Sue here again from Sue's Dolbrodmaeth garden today, and it's the 28th of August 2025, and I am so sorry I have not uploaded any videos this month. I've been very naughty. It's only because I've been so busy and I haven't had time, because I've had to like set up my website and stuff like this and doing lots of things online, and I really haven't had time to do any gardening videos. But I'm back out in the garden now, and I'm just going to do what I'm going to do is, when I can't put up a video and make it and like render it and edit it and all that and put it up the same day, I'm actually going to get some of my old videos, because I've got over 500 videos on here on YouTube, and I'm sure you haven't watched all of them. So what I'm going to do is re-upload some of the videos. So I'm going to probably upload a cooking video, then a gardening video, then a cooking video, and then in there I will put in a new video that I do. So when I have a new video, I will tell you that I'm putting up a new video. But also this way I can get people to watch the videos that I've made already. So like this time last year or the year before, you know, 2023, you know, I've got like quite a few years worth of videos that I could re-upload, so that there's always something for you to watch if you want to. I mean, I know a load of people, they only watch a few minutes of my videos, they don't watch like the whole thing. But even then, if there's something of interest for you, you could re-watch it again. So that's what I'm going to do, and do it that way. So then you can see the difference between now and previous harvests and stuff like that. Because this year I've only just started harvesting the tomatoes, and I've been harvesting a load of cucumbers which I've got indoors. And I think I've got some potatoes to harvest in the garden. But apart from that, really, I haven't really got much else, because everything went over, like the salad crops and all that, because I haven't had time to come out here and sow more salad, and I've just been looking after these tomatoes and cucumbers, taking off the leaves. I will show you, give you a little tour in a minute. I was going to go outside, but I can hear it starting to rain. But I think I still have a lot of work to do indoors today, so I'm only coming out here for an hour or so, and then I'm going to go back indoors and do some paperwork. So I've got a lot of stuff to do. I've always got stuff to do. So yeah, so let's crack on, and we'll show you where we're at in the polytunnel right now. I've been watering it quite a lot because it has been dry, and I've had to water it quite a lot. So it's looking alright. I need to water the broccoli on the table. That's going to have to go in the garden soon. I will do a tour starting from where Buddha is. Okay, see you in a minute. So Buddha is here, and look at the state of this. So there's quite a few weeds growing in there. Yeah, that's the strawberry patch. So we've got some nasturtiums growing in there, a few weeds. Yeah, my plants seem to be liking it in here. I will have to take these back indoors before the weather gets too cold, because they will not like it. My peacock has fallen over. I think a bird probably done that, because the little sparrows get in here and they like flying up and down in here. They like getting the little creatures on the top of the polytunnel, which I can't see many at the moment, and a few flies and stuff like that. Anyway, I moved my onions. So these are my onions that I've done from seed. They take a long time. And I've moved them over to this way, because they obviously don't drink much water, and I was over watering them. So I'm hoping they dry out, but as of yet they haven't. They're taking a long time to sort of dry out, and I've lost a couple here and here. But they are, and now I've lost all them. But they are the onions that I've done from seed, and then they turn into little baby onions, and which become the little sets, and then you can plant them on. But they take quite a time, but it looks like I'm going to have to do some more onions, because I've killed off a load. Anyway, let's just take a look at the tomatoes now. So in my polytunnel, everything takes a lot longer to ripen than they do in other people's polytunnels and areas and great glass houses and all that, because they're obviously in sunnier spots than me. We've got all these trees overhanging us here, so it blocks out a lot of the light. But I'm going to have to go through these tomatoes here, because they there are quite a few. I think these are plum. So these are plum tomatoes, and all of a sudden they start going red. But I need to take off some of this leaf off of these so I can see where the tomatoes are. And also we don't want to waste the energy growing loads of leaves. I've done these ones. I just usually go around and take off these dead bits like this. Make sure there's no leaves touching the ground. These ones aren't too bad. Yeah, I've been taking some tomatoes off these now. They have started to ripen. So, yeah. And then we've got our hydrangea here, which has gone absolutely mental. So we're going to have to cut that right back. I'm actually going to have to take it out for next year. I cannot keep this hydrangea in here. It's taken up all the room. And I could have some more tomatoes there if it wasn't for that. So we're going to remove that in the autumn. And we have some, we need to take these dead leaves off here so we don't start getting blight or anything like that. We've got to watch it. But there are some tomatoes in here, quite a lot. I think there's tomatoes at the back there. They're a different variety. If you look, looking a bit scummy, that one. But they're a bigger one. These are small ones. I thought I've had all the tomatoes in order, but I obviously mixed them up a bit. This one needs help. Is it hanging down? Oh yeah, we need to sort of, yeah, maybe help it, or maybe not. Anyway, this one's going a bit yellow here. I have been feeding them. Here's our Christmas plants. I got a little cutting off my daughter long time ago. Yeah, we need to not overwater these, but they're growing really well now. And this little plant, that's starting to grow really well. It's the only bit I've got left, so I don't want it to die. Mustn't overwater it. Might need to start taking these back indoors, put them in my flat. The broccoli is doing all right. I have actually taken the leaves off a few times now, and I think it needs watering again. Look, that's really dry, where these are really not dry. We don't want these to be too wet anyway, because they're like a succulent plant, so they don't like that. But looks like I'm going to have to water these. There's our broccoli there. We have more tomatoes here. So what I want to do is cut off a lot of this foliage at the top here. So I'm going to hack away at these today, and just tidy up all these leaves at the bottom, take them all off, tidy up the bed, get off the weeds. This one here, it's got flowers on but no tomatoes. Oh, it's got a couple of tomatoes. There's one there. There's some there. Little tomatoes. Yeah, and then all the cucumbers are nearly all done, by the way. I took off a load the other day, a big harvest. Yeah, we've got tomatoes in here. We've got our garlic still in here. We need to take this indoors, actually, because it's a bit damp out here and we don't want it to rot off. So we need to take the garlic indoors. Need to clean it up a bit before I take it indoors. Yeah, the cucumbers, we've got some very odd shaped ones, but a lot of these cucumbers are nearly done now. I've cut them down because they were getting really big, and I've taken off a lot of the cucumbers. There are still a few more, so we will give them another feed. Look at this little one here. That is funny. And then over here, oh yeah, I just took these off of the brush plants. So I think you can take the seeds off these, so we're going to collect the seeds off them. In fact, that's the seeds there. So we're going to collect those seeds, and we want loads of those in the garden because I absolutely love those, and the bees love those as well. But we just tidied up these ones here because there was a lot of dead stuff on. I need to get in the back there. There's stinging nettles. I've got to put some gloves on. But these ones have only got flowers on. They haven't actually got any tomatoes on. So I don't think they're going to come to anything, but we will let them, we will see. We will cut off some more of the leaves and then just see what happens here. Not sure. Oh, there's a tiny tomato there. Oh, look at that. So we'll let them be, but we will take a lot of the leaves off. As you can see, I've got a lot of leaves here. I have been clearing in the polytunnel quite a lot. Like every time in the mornings I come in and I just clear something because at least I've been doing something. I cleared all these tomatoes, so you can see the tomatoes took a lot of the leaves off of these. But I've left some at the top there with the flowers on. But I don't think those flowers are going to come to anything. But you never know. Mustn't overwater this bed. This bed seems to hold the water retention a lot better than all these other beds. But it's quite a lot of tomatoes still to ripen on this one. On these ones. That's not one plant, it's lots of plants. And then we got these kind of tomatoes. I've got all the names down here somewhere. But I've got these tomatoes here. There's quite a lot in here. I did tidy these ones up, didn't I? But I noticed there's a few things and they need to be trained up the strings. This one here is bending right over. That should be up the string. So we will just go through these and sort them out. And I did notice that the cuttings for the black currants are really growing. So we're going to take these out and put them in the garden in the autumn, around the other side where the pond is. I'm going to put a load of those in there. They're all going to go in there because we've got enough round here. We don't need any more around here. And then we got these cucumbers all growing here still. This one I'm leaving because it is such a stupid shape, but I'm also going to collect the seeds from that one. So that's the reason why I'm leaving that one there. That one is going to be a seed cucumber, so that's why I'm leaving it on the plant for now. And then we got some plum tomatoes in here. There's one there and there's one there. Yeah, this is what happens when you grow tomatoes and cucumbers together. They're both really greedy plants, so you know, I've had to feed them a hell of a lot, both lots, and these need feeding again. And Simon found some tomato feed and some other feed in the stable the other day, so I'm going to give them that probably today after I've cleared up the bases. Here's a load more tomatoes here, another variety of tomato. I don't know what they are, don't know. Oh look, that one's starting to go yellow. Yeah, they're all different varieties because I bought 9 different varieties of tomatoes. I've got loads of seeds. Yeah, so they're growing really well. And then there's some more tomatoes. These are plum. Didn't we just show you these? These are plum. Here. Quite a lot on here. And they're plum tomatoes. So we need to tidy these up a bit. There's some more flowers here. We'll see if they do anything. Yeah, but it smells very nice in here of tomatoes. I still never got round to doing that table for this whole year. I never tidied up that table. I haven't actually got round to doing it at all. I did do some work outside the other day. So I have, oh look, everything's going over. All of a sudden, everything was beautiful. Now it's all going over. Look at that. I'll have to cut them back. I need to take the seeds off this. So these are the zinnias. I was going to take seeds off. These are all my tobacco flowers that I still haven't managed to get to put into the garden, but I will do it. I'm going to get them in, but I need to make some room first because the whole garden is like a jungle. Yeah, I cleared this bit the other day because this was all a bit overgrown, and also this bed here is cleared so it can have we can put those broccoli. They're going in here. I don't know what keeps digging into my ground there, but they're making holes. And then we just need to tidy this one up again. That's a bit messy. I did tidy up round them things. All the mess is still on the ground from when I tidied it up. I haven't done anything. Oh, I've got to cover up one of my compost heaps. Yeah, this tree died, didn't it? I had to pull it out. I'm going to have to burn that, I think. Over here we have... Yeah, I noticed that we got a lot of the beetroot that I put in there. And some flowers here. The oregano. Need to take some of that in actually before it dies back and dry it. Yeah, we got a nasturtium growing out of the compost bin. Here's the compost bins. So I haven't really done anything to these. This seems to be collapsing still. I reckon it's going to collapse completely soon, which would make my life a nightmare. So all round here we still got all this crap, but nobody can see this. See, our guests don't see this because this is private all round here. They're not allowed to wander around over here. This is my private garden. Yeah, I need to take that netting off because yeah, it's cool. Got all the fruit off there. I noticed there's a load of elderberries at the front of the house. I was going to pick them, but I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to leave them to the birds. Hopefully they will eat them because they're ready. So they need to eat the elderberries. I was reading something very interesting about teasels the other day. The roots of teasels are really good for you. Got a lot of good properties for, what is it? Oh, I forgot what it was now. I'll have to look it up because they are really good for inflammation or something, the root. I was going to look that up because that might be useful for me. Yeah, so here we go. So this part of the garden is just a bit of a mess. And it is that time of year when things are starting to die back and the leaves are dying back already. It's only the end of August. This is all a bit of a mess. These roses looked absolutely stunning this year. So I want to put them in the ground this year. I want to put that whole plant in the ground, but I'll wait until it dies back. Our pond here doesn't seem to be doing much. Yeah, all this stuff I put in. Yeah, I didn't get round to doing any of it. There's still a couple of apples on this tree that I haven't picked yet, which I think are nearly ready. Ah, look, they're getting really big. And my friend gave me a load of apples the other day. Thank you, Sandra. And we did make a nice apple pie, me and Simon, but I do have enough apples for another apple pie. Yeah, this is just a jungle over here. Yeah, let's not go over there. But the fig tree is doing all right. We need to get the fig tree in the ground, like I said before. The fig tree needs to go in the ground. This bit here, I'm not bothered about. I did pull out a load of these weeds the other day. Out of here, you can see I pulled out loads. So I will just do that again. Oh, what's this here, this plant? Oh, the marigolds. And some other weed. Oh. Yeah. It doesn't take long to tidy up. It always looks worse than it is. It always does. Anyway. So, what we're going to do today for a little while, because we're only coming out till lunchtime. And then we've got to go indoors and clear up. Not clear up, I've got to do paperwork today. I've got quite a lot of stuff to do. So I want to sort out inside the polytunnel. Oh, and I need to cut some of the dead stuff around the pond because there's a lot of brambles over there. But I need to put my boots on for that. I've only got my canvas shoes on that are really wet now. Anyway, let's get on. And I'll show you once I've done what I've done over here today, because I'm going to concentrate inside the polytunnel and sort out the tomatoes, and then I'll catch up with you after. Okay. So I've been doing this for about an hour, I suppose, sorting out the tomatoes. So I've trimmed up all of these tomatoes and taken off loads and loads of the leaves, because I just know that they won't make any more tomatoes after all these are ripe. I've left on a few flowers just in case, but there's some little ones up there. But I've taken off the majority of the leaves because I can't see where the tomatoes are. So I've cleared all this bit under here and I've weeded this bit. I've also done this side as well, and I've weeded it all. This is the one where there are no tomatoes, but there's flowers, so I've left the flowers on. And I think there are a couple of tiny little weeny tomatoes, but I'm not expecting anything from these. I did pull one out because it actually, well, it just didn't have nothing on it. And I've tidied out all of this, so I've got another bucket of stuff. I took out the sunflower. It's a bit messy in here. I pulled out the weeds at the back and the ferns and everything. And yeah, so I've tidied this bed up for now. I will tidy up these. These need to come out and go in the garden. They were only in here for this year, but I will take them out now. And the statice, the rest of the statice is in the garden. And this lily I'm going to put round the front of the house because I like that lily, but it's something that you need to, it's only one flower or two flowers on it and then that's it, but it takes forever for it to grow and then that's it. So I need to put it somewhere where I can see it more. I'm very happy with what I've done today, so I'm not doing any more work outside today. As you can hear, it's raining, but I'm actually finished now for today in the garden. I will continue doing the garden tomorrow, so what I want to do next is tidy up under here and then sort out these tomatoes here, because I need to get to the back there because I can't see what's going on. So I'm going to cut the hydrangea right back tomorrow, give it a really good haircut. It'll soon grow again, but I need to cut it back so all the leaves start falling off soon, because it's a perennial, comes back every year. So I need to cut it right back, and then we can get to these tomatoes here and see what's going on in here. Oh, there's a tomato on the floor there. Oops, I accidentally knocked that one off. I not accidentally knocked this one off. I accidentally knocked one off the other day and it ripened, so I'll just pop it, leave it in here. Now this one's starting to ripen now, so that means they're all going to start to ripen. So we'll just leave them there. Yeah, so that's that. What else? I think that's it. That's all I've done. Need to sort out this basil. It's nearly finished now. Yeah, so we've got some tomatoes coming over here. There's more tomatoes here, so we have to be careful over here. Here from Sue's Dolbrodmaeth garden today. My hair has just come out of my bunch. So never mind. Anyway, I just want to tell you what I done the other day. I haven't put up my video yet. I will do it today. I just want to show you the tomatoes that are all, well, they're not all changing colour, but some of them are. So I just want to show you the ones that are. And I've been harvesting some every day. I've got some in my pocket here, which I've been, hold on, I've got some here. So I've been harvesting. So I will go and put those in the egg box where I've got all the other little tiny tomatoes. So they are a small tomatoes, like a pomodoro, but they're not pomodoros. I didn't grow any of those this year. They're all different kinds. I will have a look. But I want to show you how are your tomatoes getting on, because mine are really slow. Because as I said before in the previous part of this video, obviously this is the next day. No, this is a couple of days later from the previous video, by the way. I never got back to finishing it, so I'm finishing it now so I can put it up today. So anyway, I just want to quickly show you these tomatoes that I've cleaned, and so you can see the tomatoes and not loads of leaves. Tomatoes I cleared the other day, and as you can see, these are orange tomatoes. So these are all orange. So what are these called? Let's have a look. Can we see? I think there you go, that's the name of them. Yeah, they're them. Tomato, yeah, whatever that is, that's what they are. So they are all these ones here, so they're all different varieties. I may have mixed up a couple, I think. And these ones here, there's these red sort of the pomodoro type tomatoes at the back, and then there's a different kind of tomato at the front, and then I think there's another different kind of tomato right at the back, which I can't get to because I need to clear these ones. I need to thin these ones out. But these are these ones, very odd shapes. Yeah, once I can see the label I will show you, but I don't remember what they all are right now. But there seems to be two different kinds there. These are the little red tomatoes that I'm getting a lot of right now, just at the front here. I've been taking a lot of tomatoes off of these. These seem to be ripening quite quickly, and they're these type. There you go. And what are they called? What are they called? Where's the label? Oh, it's in there somewhere. I can't find anything. Anyway, I haven't cleared out this bit yet with the stinging nails, but I'm going to leave that now till the autumn. I'm not bothering because there's nothing, and the nasturtiums are growing. There's a few, yeah, so let's just leave that to be. We don't need to worry about that. Let's just leave it alone. Not sure what's going on with my rubber plant here. It looks like something's been it's been eating the leaves. Look at this. So this is, it sort of grows inside this skin, the leaf, and then the beautiful leaf comes out. Oh, and let's make sure this is watered, but there's some kind of insect that's been eating the top of the leaf there. We're just going to leave it in here for now, but eventually I'll have to take that back indoors because obviously they will not last outside in the winter. Yeah, we haven't, yeah, these look like plum tomatoes. These need a bit of a clear up. There's a plum. There's a lot of plum tomatoes in here. Oh, there's a big one there. You see that? There's a big one. They're starting to change, but there's a lot of flowers still on these. I think there's two different types of tomatoes, aren't there? There's cordons and bush. So I think some of them are cordons, and I'm treating them all the same. They all get to grow off a piece of string, whether they like it or not. And then we got these ones here. Yeah, I'm not sure what these are. Some kind of pretty looking tomato. Not sure what colour. Bright yellow. Whoa. How pretty is that? Oh, what a beautiful looking tomato. Look at that. Oh, and this lovely flower here to go with it. Look. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. I like that one. I'm not sure. These probably red here. Another kind of tomato. Yeah, there's a lot of tomatoes. And we have some more plums over here. This poor little tomato plant is struggling quite a lot. It's only produced one tomato. I think it's because I planted it with these cucumbers, and I think the cucumbers are very greedy. So next year I'll make sure I don't put the tomatoes next to the cucumbers. However, I've still got loads of cucumbers indoors. I've got a glut now, a glut of cucumbers. I'm going to have to figure out what to do with them. Because I can't use them all at once. Can't eat that many cucumbers, I'm afraid. Yeah, there's some them. These ones look like the Tigerella type tomato, because they look like they're stripy to me. But we'll find out once they get the colour coming on, which should be very soon now. But my tomatoes are very, very late. I noticed a lot of the people I watch, they've all done and dusted their tomatoes, but mine is still going. These ones actually still have flowers on, as I showed the other day. And I don't know if they're going to come to anything, but at least they're trying. I took off a load of the lower leaves. I cleared all this. It was very, very messy. And then, yeah, I think that's it. I've really got to go now because I've got to go and feed my chickens, and I'm absolutely baking hot inside the polytunnel. And I've got my body warmer on. So we still have some cucumbers here, which I will harvest, and then I will take down all these plants and we will clear the soil up and get ready for putting in some autumn stuff. So that's what we're going to do in here, overwintering some autumn stuff to go out in the winter or in the spring. I did have to clear all these leaves the other day on these broccoli, because yeah, there was an insect or something that was eating the leaves. So I've managed, and I saw a slug, so I managed to clear all them off. Yeah, so they're all right. They're ready to go out actually, but I'm going to have to put them straight out in the bed because I can't leave them uncovered. Because I have noticed a lot of white butterflies flying around. There's still a lot. So I'm going to put them straight in that bed opposite there, where I put them last year, and they seem to do really well in there. We took a long time, and I didn't harvest many of them though, because I took so long to put them in. That's the only trouble. I have really good intentions to harvest stuff and everything, but then it doesn't always happen. Oh my god. Oh, it's a pheasant. Oh my god, what's that? Oh my god, what's going on? Oh yeah, go and see our pheasant we rescued. We rescued a pheasant yesterday because it was up at the top of the drive, and I think it got hit by a car. So we've put it in one of our, nursery, what do you call them, cages, to see if we can see if it can come back to life. It's not dead. No, it's not dead. It's still alive. I'm just going to go and check on it right now, see if it's okay. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Bye for now.